And we're back. Let's go.
Your brother's hurt pretty bad. You'll find him at the apartment. If he can walk, get him to come with you. I can pick you guys up in Battery Park.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Why are you helping us, Jock? And why are you taking such a big risk? It's one of the things he never really explains so much about this game, as far as I know. I mean, it may do, but I wasn't listening. Ooh, another upgrade augment. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to be able to fit them all. Damn it. This is blackjack still? Right. Oh.
Is this kill switch real? What's it going to do to you?
I'm afraid that's, classified.
Manderley said you're going to die.
You've got to have God clearance to know. The nanites can be programmed for exponential growth.
There's a chopper that can take us to Hong Kong. You know Jock?
First, you're the only one that can help. I need to send the NSF distress code. UNATCO tracked Lebedev to the other NSF bases, and to Silhouette in France.
I came to get you out of here.
JC, you've got to believe me. UNATCO takes payoffs. Silhouette, the other terrorist groups, they're our allies.
You've done what you can for the rebels. Let's go.
You want proof? Pay a visit to the NSF headquarters. Down in the basement, protected by booby traps, a data cube sits on the edge of a table. My report to the militia leaders. Here, I have a photograph of the building. It's a couple blocks to the west, behind the bar.
And I suppose while I'm there, you want me to encrypt a signal with the NSF transmitter. Bypass UNATCO SIGINT?
A lot of people could die. My friend Chad, for example, the leader of Silhouette.
I'll check out the facility, but I can't promise I'll help the terrorists. Be ready to leave for Hong Kong when I get back. You sure you're alright?
No worse than a bad cold. What kills me is just
that they have this kind of power.
the power, yes, but the fact that it's been there from the beginning. A lot of things are starting to make sense. You remember Mom and Dad?
Your NSF buddy Lebedev says our parents were employees of the United Nations.
I think he might be right.
They would never have agreed to anything like a kill switch.
Remember, I knew them longer than you did, and after what Tong showed me, I'm pretty certain we don't have a stitch of DNA in common with either of our supposed parents. They've opened up the street behind the bar. The NSF base is on the other side of the tunnel. Silhouette's not much to speak of militarily, but you might call them the brains of the resistance movement. They go after public opinion. If it wasn't for Silhouette, there'd be a half a dozen meaningless civil wars going on instead of any kind of worldwide struggle. Ironically, to fight the One-Worlders, we ourselves have to become a global organization.
Yeah. Just as long as we're not a globalized Antifa, then I don't have any problem with that.
It's been easier than we expected. Average people are beginning to wake up to the fact that bigger isn't better. A few bureaucrats in New York can't make good decisions for New Jersey, let alone Paris, or a village in China.
Yeah, very true.
That kind of centralization can only lead to precisely the debacle that the UN has become.
Jesus Christ.
Somehow the notion of unalienable liberty got lost. It's really become a question of what liberties will the state assign to individuals? Or rather, what liberties will we have the strength to cling to? It's only a matter of time before someone clever and ambitious figures out that the tools of dictatorship have been ready-made by well-meaning governments all over the world.
So yeah, if in case you want a very philosophical conversation about the real-world power struggles, this is kind of your best bet, really.
UNATCO, for instance. A global response to a common problem. Looks good on paper, but a global military force is hard to keep accountable. UNATCO's already in the wrong hands. I don't know whose hands, but you'll find records of outside influence if you dig around the NSF headquarters. You better get moving.
See, well, I could think
You were just
of
happy
you.
to give your viewpoint. Just for about 5 minutes, though, weren't you?
All I could think of when you were saying any of that was just EU,
Yeah,
fucking EU.
exactly. It
That's
is
what they want.
absolutely no different. And
All I could think of.
Whoops. Oh shit, I didn't mean to... Get here. Get here.
When you said people are like waking up and becoming, you know, and shit like that, I was like, yeah, that's what that vote was for 3 years ago.
Well, never do.
Wow.
Crying out loud, just go on the... I hate it when it does that. No, stop it! Why are you moving that way? Fucking great, now I'm stuck.
It's the curse of the jank.
What the hell did it say? Hi, I don't have a chance to say login people. Oh, okay, it's just his login password, fine. Just put it neatly there for you, if I can. It won't let me. Why the hell are you not there? Christ. Anyway, what augment did I get? Microfiber muscle electro discharge. So I already have that. I don't want to use an upgrade canister though.
Do you
So,
know?
well, no, because I don't need to waste my upgrade canisters for that. It's not the best thing I need. But yeah, I mean, everything that he's saying is pretty much spot on. It's just this game's unintentionally foreshadowing of what's going on, what's going to happen 20 years from now.
Oh, that's it, they can see it. Oh well, I hope the EU collapses in on itself and do its own fucking corrupt as fuck weight.
Well, to be honest, mate, Europe's not enough, the EU's not enough, it's got to be all of it. The US, China,
It wants
and the
the
EU.
world.
I want all of them to be collapsed, because if one collapses, then the other power struggles are going to be bloody powerful enough to try and take over, and that's not what I
Yeah.
want. Imagine, look what's happening in Hong Kong right now. That's how bad it is. People, like hundreds of thousands of people rioting in the streets because they're afraid of having China sweeping up their country again. They don't want that. And they're asking the UK to say something. They're asking us to get involved again and be like, dude, take control again. We'll give you our
Yeah.
country. Just stop the China from having us. And that's what it is. But I'd love to be the ones to say that we have all the answers. I really wish, but we've got shit of our own right now that we've got to deal with.
Yeah, we've got
Pratty
somebody
prime
else.
ministers. And I guarantee you, this is what again pisses me off, because I always wanted to go to Hong Kong as well. They didn't.
Yeah.
If we didn't have this problem, which they are purposely trying to provoke, our so-called bloody bullshitting leaders, I guarantee you they would have been focusing on this problem as well. But, but no.
I think it's just crap.
I mean, look, let's face
Like-
it, Joranson is blatantly trying to avoid all of the catastrophes of what's going on. Because he's trying to get his own agenda going on.
Yeah, but that's what the EU want.
The
They want
fuck?
They want more than Europe.
I don't know what the hell's going in there. Yeah, I know.
I heard that
Oops.
country
I pressed the pause button by mistake.
because they were talking about. I can't remember. Huh?
No, just press the wrong button.
Huh?
No, it was just me pressing the wrong button.
Huh.
You were saying?
Yeah, because they talk about like taking on the world and things like that. You know, like challenging and rivaling America and that.
Who,
Like,
China?
No, fucking EU and
He's
shit.
not my
Because they want to
boyfriend.
compete. They want to take on the fucking
He's
world.
Jojo. God.
They want to be the power.
I don't
to,
like him staying
to
in my hotel.
Overcome
then
all of the
evict
powers.
him.
How'd you
I'm
get
just like,
mixed up with someone
okay.
like that in the first place?
Jesus, Dad, do you expect me to do it? It's your hotel.
I just don't want any trouble.
Then
Well,
get
these
used
two
to it.
again.
Jojo's the boss on this street. Nothing anybody can do about it.
What's going on?
What's the trouble?
None of your business.
One of the neighborhood thugs, Jojo, he thinks he owns the block.
I can straighten him out. Just tell me where he is.
I get some rough people in here, but this guy, I don't know, he's jumpy.
He's just a punk. I'll take care of it.
Can you help me out? I could really use a gun for protection.
She's just this.
Now, I'm gonna actually play this scenario in two ways.
What?
I've just saved it here because I wanted to make sure I got the whole picture of this. Sorry to cut you off again, but they started their dialogue before I had a chance. I'm going to choose this option, but I won't keep this option. I'm just going to show you what happens when you press this option to play it out.
I would rather not arm a civilian.
You weren't gonna shoot nobody anyway, Jesus.
What am I going to do?
Besides, it's against the law for civilians to carry weapons.
Tell that to the gangsters.
He wasn't gonna stand up to JoJo anyway.
He pays off the cops, so there's nothing I can do.
He wasn't gonna stand up to JoJo.
He pays off the cops.
He wasn't gonna stand up.
He pays off the cops, so there's nothing I can do.
So this guy here is JoJo.
Oh, you bad. Keep out of the way.
Go downstairs, go downstairs.
You deaf?
Oh, for God's sake. I swear, his pathfinding just keeps getting messed up every time you try and have a conversation with him on the freaking stairs.
Keep out of the way.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, you bad. What you just lying around for, girl?
What?
I told you. Bar rush is money. It's business.
In a minute.
That's my daughter you're talking to.
I already explained it, old man. Your girl, she needs me. She don't got an education, and all you got to give her is a job killing rats.
This is my hotel. I want you to leave.
Next thing is I explain it to Lo Bruto. Is that what you want?
I'll go already. Leave him alone.
I don't care what happens to me. Stay away from my little girl. You saved my life.
I was hoping I'd run into that punk.
Are you nuts? You almost got yourself killed.
You can relax now. No more getting bossed around.
No thanks to you. If it wasn't for JC, we'd both be dead.
You want to go through your whole life with guys like JoJo? Is that it?
God, I can't stand this place.
I think you'll be happier without that guy around.
I'm leaving. I'm getting on a bus and going west until I run out of money or get to the ocean, whichever comes first.
Come on, Sandra. I just wanted to help.
I mean it. I'm leaving.
I don't think she's coming back this time.
Around here, all you can be is a bum. I'm not gonna live like that. Think I'll go to Eugene, Oregon. Around here, all you can be is a bum. I'm not gonna live like that. Think I'll go to Eugene, Oregon. Think I'll go to Eugene, Oregon.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, so
Why won't she listen?
she turns into a complete preteen bitch at this point, and she just runs off. But this time, she actually runs off and disappears. She doesn't come back. You'll see her later on in the chapters, but like it's not a good setting where she is. So
Think I'll go to Eugene, Oregon.
What does
Yeah.
she keep saying preteen for?
because I don't know, she acts like something even worse than a teenager. I don't know what the hell she is. I don't know why I keep saying
Children
that.
act worse than teenagers. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's a
I
complete
don't know
fucking
them.
bratish child.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know. Maybe she doesn't want to get lectured by her dad anymore, but then it's like, don't do stupid shit all the time trying to rebel. Because that's all you're doing, you're just
Yeah.
making yourself seem like a shithead. So, she disappears now, he's in shambles a bit. And you find her, like, completely homeless in, like, a much later chapter. And the only reason I just wanted to show you that was because, yeah, that was a bit of a bad turn. So I'll load it up this point, because, you know, we need to start that conversation again.
He's not my boyfriend.
And what is he?
Mind your own business.
We already know what this is.
What's the trouble?
None of your business.
One of the neighborhood thugs, JoJo. He thinks he owns the block.
I can straighten him out. Just tell me where he is.
I get some rough people in here, But this guy, I don't know, he's jumpy.
He's just a punk.
Can you help me out?
Now, as a pacifist run, it also includes that you shouldn't really give people the means to kill them, kill other people, like giving weapons or stuff. But just because we can do that doesn't mean we're going to let them kill them. So this is the reason why I kept a stealth pistol all this time. Just simply to give it to him.
You can have my stealth pistol. That'll keep you safe.
Thanks. That'll help.
You aren't gonna shoot nobody. Jesus!
Be careful with that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get him killed.
Nah.
I hope I don't have to use this thing.
You're gonna get him killed.
I hope I don't have to use this thing.
So Jojo's coming from a room somewhere and he's going to come downstairs now and blah 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 blah. But now you'll see the situation is a little bit better. So yeah. Keep forgetting, just get lost. Wonder if we can go into the oh, well done. Well frickin' done. Jojo.
What you just lying around for, girl?
What?
I told you.
We got it.
I was hoping I'd run into that punk.
I can't believe you shot him.
I won't stand by and let somebody treat you like that.
Oh, that's just Jojo. He talks big.
I think he'll be happier without that guy around.
Now maybe you can stay home for a while.
Dad.
Or at least stick around the hotel. I just want to know that you're safe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Give it a try. I promise I won't cramp your style.
Maybe I'll stick around until I get on my feet.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get moving.
Yeah.
Alright.
But if I stay, first thing is I'm gonna get rid of these rats.
She doesn't act like a bitch this time and actually stays in the hotel and they actually start getting along. I don't know why that outcome turns out to be better because all it changed was me arming him with a gun. He didn't even use it. He didn't even stipulate that he shot it. It was just that was the dialogue options that you got after you arm him.
I'm glad that's over.
So
I don't think they polished this one.
No.
They
But
sort of
if I
made it and
stay,
then
first
just
thing
left
is
it.
I'm gonna get rid of these rats.
So yeah, she stays at this area now, and trust me, when you go through an investment of when you get invested with characters like this, you kind of want them to be having the best. You know, you want to give them the best scenario possible because you know you could have just said no, and anyone who hasn't played this game before would just think, oh, Sender's just running off, she's being a preteen, blah blah blah. But this time she means it, and you wouldn't know better, but you've actually just ruined her life. She was much worse off if you didn't arm him. Well, if you didn't get her to stay, and all that had to do was just arming him, which I would have preferred to do that anyway. Even if I was arming a civilian in real life, I would have given him a gun anyway because it's New York for one, and two, this dickhead here. Oh, well, he's unconscious, but he's not going to get up. That's it, he's done. The game's going to stipulate him as dead. But we both know, everyone looking at this knows better.
Guess
Well,
this
there's no
place
point
isn't as
seeing
bad
him
as the
again, is it,
warehouse
so?
I've been sleeping in.
Yeah. Or what's going to be, or where you're going to be sleeping if, yeah, if you'd have just run off.
Now maybe things will get back to normal.
I can't really attest to that. Although I don't really know at this point. But at the very least, their lives are better now. And just because you just didn't want to have that awkward situation of them being really dysfunctional with each other and being estranged. That's the only difference I wanted to do. And obviously, because I've gone this outcome now, I am going to keep it. Because, yeah, I'm not a dick. It's who I am. It's a happy family again, yeah! I know. I'm a softie. But if it takes arming someone to have a happy family, whatever. Who am I to dictate the logic of this game? And that's all it was. So yeah, New York's died down a bit now. Osgood and Sons, you can't access anymore, the warehouse areas. Can't go anywhere. City's relatively the same. with a few, like, exceptions. I think we need to go see Smuggler again. And all this jazz.
Hey, Mr. UNATCO man, you guys going after JoJo?
I'm not going after anybody.
That's pretty logical. Him being hit out in the ton.
Jojo Fine of the NSF?
The whole street's a UNATCO security zone. That's why they sent me down here. They're gonna take that punk out and no one's gonna miss him.
You can forget about Jojo. I left him on his back in the hotel.
Really? That's it?
He's not going to be a problem anymore.
Does that mean the evacuation's over?
You better stay here until the police say it's okay.
I gotta use the street to get home. They got JoJo. What more do they need to do? Man, I can't believe that guy's dead. I've been dreaming about this day. I can't wait to tell Janie.
It's not dead yet,
Thanks,
but
man.
He's left
Really?
for dead. We'll say that.
Yeah, well, this is the game's logic, obviously. But I mean, it's interesting
He's
how
gonna die anyway.
you wouldn't have found that out unless you started talking to NPCs around here. No one mentioned the game about sorting out JoJo. Even the game forgot about it. It was like, Mandalay just wanted you to go to Hong Kong. Yeah, but what about JoJo? It's like,
Your
oh,
buddies
forget
at
it.
UNATCO asked us to...
He's not the problem anymore. It's like, oh great, at least I know you care about the bloody... See? And here's this place now. Oh, crap. Oh, a reload mod. Again, I don't remember how to find that code. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up somewhere. Reload. What is important? I think the darts, because I use the darts more. But yeah, I just find that interesting. Like, it's completely forgetting their priorities and be like, yeah, that says a lot about, you know, mismanagement, especially with even the police force. But it's
really
it's the public that basically, like I said, it's the public that basically establishes their distaste, you know, disdain for JoJo. It's like, yeah, just because he's walking around and he's part of the NSF doesn't mean anyone likes him. The guy, I don't even know why he calls himself an NSF colonel. No one liked him at all. Even his own troops from the first chapter were just like, get the fuck out of here, mate. We don't trust you. We're just having to do with this because we're under orders.
I like how this bar has like a really long corridor straight after the front door.
Yeah.
No, that's not a realistic fucking design.
Please tell me you can read this.
I can read that. Of course I can read that.
Yeah. So it's basically establishing that UNATCO is about to do a raid. He's going around the house. The area.
Doors.
Shay, you really need to hide your friggin' data cube.
Hey, you know the Rentons, right? There's trouble at the ton.
I already took care of that punk Jojo, if that's what you mean.
Really? He's dead?
Surprised?
I'm just glad to see that someone gives a damn about the Rentons. UNATCO seems to think they have bigger fish to fry.
Cool.
Nothing, but thanks.
I don't think that's what she asked me, but okay. Yeah, so there you go. It's like everyone's just establishing that it's like a big or a little community that everyone wants to look out for each other, and they're using you as the task manager mule because the police aren't going to do it. Shows the loyalty. Rebreather, which again annoys me because it doesn't stack. Why not? Screw you, game. Right. Just drink your shit. Alright, may as well tell Janie that Sandra's gonna be alright and her dad's gonna be alright and shit like that. Ugh, what are you doing?
Here's a tip for free. Take cover. UNATCO's about to do a raid.
What are you doing in here, Harley?
All they said was, clear out, we're coming in.
UNATCO's about to do a raid. Apparently, according to the hooker, they're trying to take out JoJo, but we both know better.
Well, they'll find an unconscious body they can kidnap, interrogate, and then kill. Because I presume that's what would happen to him. He's effectively dead.
He was there. Yeah, he's there only for the sake of the convenience that they would have found him, but that's not who they're looking for. Because I mean, it's obvious at this point. If Paul's at the hotel, I'm pretty sure UNATCO knows this.
Yeah.
And he's obviously a bigger threat than Jojo.
Good to see you UNATCO boys know how to clean up this town.
I wouldn't go as far as that.
One of them does.
Yeah. That
Just
code doesn't give a
spoke to him.
shit. Minus drones. People, goddamn, doesn't know. When you say, yeah, I get what you mean when you say clean up the fucking streets, dude. Because you guys
Get
don't
the
know how to
mop
flush. But anyway. Joe Green again.
Bar is way too big. Anyway, yeah.
Perfect. Someone who can tell me about the raid.
Yay!
Like I said before, I don't talk to the press.
Why are they closing down the street and shutting down the bar? What could be worse than the fighting earlier this evening?
I wish I had an answer to that, but even if I did, it wouldn't be any of your business. How about I interview you? Tell me what you've dug up on the raid.
What's the matter? Did they leave you out of the loop?
I'm the one asking the questions.
Must be a high-level operation. I'd sure like to know what it is.
Alright, forget it. I'll find out on my own.
God, what even got the simplistic journalist attitude right in this game. Yeah, it should be like to. I'd sure like to know, and he keeps on deflecting the question of like trying to throw it back to your face and everything. It's like, yeah, great, you've been a great help. Can't even answer a freaking question. A-hole. I don't think we can go back
Everything's done.
into the clinic. Yeah, the clinic's locked off now as well. There's some areas around Smuggler, which we may as well go.
Oh, alright.
I think so, anyway. I can't remember if it's worth me going to do this thing. Yeah, I mean, alright, I'll do the main quest thing first. It's nothing major, it's just... Well, it'll take a bit of time, but it needs to be done, so... So this is a large area which again has been massively upscaled from the original version. Osgood and Sons Imports. So they own an import warehouse which we can access, but we don't have the means to do it yet.
I thought they were shipping you off to Hong Kong.
Had to pack a few things. What's going on here?
Damage control. The NSF got their hands on some pretty sensitive material.
Probably had something to do with my two-faced brother.
Nothing we can't clean up.
Mind if I take a look around?
Go right ahead.
Thanks, dude.
I don't care what they say. Paul was a great agent. I hate to see him go.
Yeah?
By morning, you won't even know the terrorists were here. We still haven't found what we're looking for. Gotta make my rounds, Agent.
Yeah. So even the troops still feel strongly about Paul and his... you know, stuff. Yeah, I'm supposedly a good guy. I swear I am. Allegedly. I'm off to check the sewers. Let's grab a beer later and off the shift. Oh right, the code. Using this code should grant you access. 237615. Don't think that's to the warehouse. But we find another data cube around here, so I think it's this one. Hey Frank, do you know the storage that's located in front of the new bus stop? Well, guess what? I managed to get the code for that place. Only a few hundred credits. I saw them packing some new weapon mods into boxes. Ooh.
That's the warehouse.
Yeah, the one we walked past.
Yeah, I
do
wonder
you
what the other code's for then.
You'll know. I'll show you. It's main plot stuff. Do you have any idea how much money we could make by selling those on the black market? We're talking about a massive sum of money, pal. Alright, so here's the deal. Meet me around... wait, what? Meet me around at 11 PM. That's a weird structured sentence there. Meet me around at 11 PM Tuesday evening. You didn't need the app, mate. We're gonna rob the place. Remember the code 11011. That's the code to open the gates. Don't even dare try going in there alone. Michael. Some sewer grates, which we will be accustomed to soon. I like the fact that they've actually got bus stops here. Even though I don't think that's exactly what they look like in New York, but what would I know? Not me.
Bus stops change style anyway.
Well, why don't you give us a lecture about it?
No, I'll be alright.
Alright, never mind.
They change and that's it.
Yeah, I got rid of my pair, didn't I? Yeah, see, tech goggles, they can sod off. So useless. I mean, the only time they'll be useful is if I upgrade my environmental training, because everything to do with affected durability for everything that has a charge, it actually extends the charge for a lot longer for some reason, because you skilling up apparently has a better outlast for things that require charging.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Boring, I know. Yeah, you haven't seen this part, have you?
No.
Alright, well, so far so boring. Nothing really in this warehouse.
It's a warehouse.
Well, this import warehouse. I don't know what the hell.
They're never made very
A
exciting.
weapons mod. A recoil weapons mod. That's all that was in here. Are you serious? Great,
See?
I'm so glad I came in here. Oh well.
Can't you go behind that door? Or is it just scenery?
Which one? This one?
That
No, it's
door, yeah, is
scenery.
it just scenery.
Scenery.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Yeah, if I don't interact with something, trust me, I know better to think that you can. But anyway, we're gonna go this way because there are multiple ways you can go. This area looks pretty cool. This looks exactly what it would look like in a sort of mini cul-de-sac area with apartment buildings.
Yeah, you get areas like that, like enclosed courtyards.
Enclosed courtyards, yeah.
Quite like them.
Yeah, it's cool. This should be all under one area. Can we break these? Nope.
I think the answer is no. Not like that anyway. Maybe
God's
you can blow them
sake.
up.
Why did it make me intake the cigarettes? I clearly wouldn't. I didn't want
Is
to.
that what that was? I was
Yeah.
wondering what the fuck was going on there.
I don't know. It's freaking weird, isn't it? Anyway, we're gonna try and blow this up. Oh, a dead rat suffered. What a shame.
The cat was going to get it eventually.
I think the key word is trying to go through this whole game pacifistic. But what I like as well, that there's some realism that you can
Violence
actually,
against blockades is fine.
you can actually see people like sitting on their courtyards. Sorry,
Cool. Balconies.
balconies. Yeah, what I think. Yeah, so there are actual people like having a beer and everything, just chilling out. I like that. Adds a bit of realism. Thinking, yeah, it's a dark night, but whatever.
Yeah.
Got nothing else to do.
You'll need to send the signal from the satellite dish on the top of the warehouse. If you're unable to hack the computers out there, you'll need the instructions and account information Lebedev sent me. One of our agents who tried to send the signal but got run off left the data cube in a secret area below the garage. Look for a hatch under some boxes. A computer on the 3rd floor can unlock the hatch.
You know, if... Oh god. I'd be in like... How old would I be in 2050? Trying to think now. 50. I'd be like in my 60s, 70s. I'd be old.
I think personally we would live to see this game in its same year. I personally
Yeah,
think.
we're gonna. I think we could live that long easily, but we won't be that old. Maybe
Well,
like
not,
60,
not
70
easily.
years old.
I mean, what?
Well,
I'm
not
th-
easily,
I'm 32
but you know what I
now.
mean.
I'm 32 now. Next year I'll be 33. That'll be 2020. 32 years time I'll be 65. So yeah, you'll be 64. So yeah, essentially, it's not.
We could be
It's not
alive.
a far cry. We'd have a good chance.
But just imagine. Well, it's just weird because obviously the reality won't quite end up like this video game. But it'd be weird if it fucking did. All this futuristic shit, and it's
well,
all
we've already
grey.
lived. Yeah, I mean, we've already lived to the point where we don't have any hoverboards.
Yeah, they haven't come
because
around
of that, you know.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, the Back to the Future reference. Like, apparently, I can't remember what year it was referencing it, but we've obviously gone past that. And
2015,
same with,
I think it was.
yeah, and the same with Total Recall. It's like, sorry
Yeah.
guys, not even close.
The Running Man as well. The Running Man is set this year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that.
And with that's not happened yet. Although to be fair, it kind of did happen when the ancient Romans did it, but you know, it could happen again.
Just showing you guys a secret area that you could go through this way. Doesn't really give you anything, no experience needed or anything. However, I am going to place this bomb here. And I am going to not jump on it.
Why, you Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, nitro bombs. Oh, that's so. So this is where Shannon lives. Okay, probably not. But anyway,
It's her doppelganger.
I love doing this thing anyway. Right. Okay. Let's press F6 and move this shit around. Let's not throw it.
Let's just slam this barrel of like horrible toxic poison. It's fine.
Because you can damage the container doing that, and it will
Yeah.
leak
It'll
out.
hurt you. Health and safety be damned.
Health and safety be damned. What's the best way to do this now?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to blow
Just
up?
I'm trying to find a safe way out. Let's save it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, trust me, you'll know why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'll have enough time to get on that lamppost and then have a safe fall. Okay, so baboom. Yeah. Look at that. That just looks awesome. I mean, I don't know why they're there though, that's the thing. I don't know why those barrels are there. I don't know why the TNT was there. It was just there, and I thought, alright, if you're gonna give me the tools, I'm gonna use them.
Remind me again, who was supposed to be the terrorists? Jay-Z?
Oi, shut up, you can't prove shit. No one's gonna die from this though, that's the thing.
No,
I made sure to do it. I would only do it if I knew bodies around aren't gonna die from it.
Just imagine if JC gets caught, he's like, I did it for the laugh. It was so good.
What
He
did
said
you
it
say?
with a deadpan straight face. I did it for a laugh.
But people died. What a shame. But we
What
got
a
to
shame.
we got to go on. Is Mandalay ready? Right.
Fucking hell, man.
I know. I
Love
can't help
Jay-Z,
it.
he's
It's
the
just
best.
it is what it is. So yeah, the main code is this direction here, which this is all new. This is the main area that we need to go to, but it's changed a little bit. But this whole section here, this whole section is new in this area. And I don't really need to mention it every so often now, because people who have played this game or played the original know what the difference is. I like this stuff here, that texture. So we're going to go in here, but before we do that, we're actually going to go in here. Or not. Oh, okay, yeah, no, we got to go inside the complex to do it.
Just keeping busy.
Oh, hey, dude.
We've got a lot of work to do.
Yes, you do. Charge it. And this is apparently one of the NSF headquarters, where Paul wants us to go and send a signal from.
Turns out your brother was stealing balance sheets from UNATCO's accounting
It's
department.
using the same model as that other place, isn't it?
You're
Where
gonna-
Herman was on the rooftop.
This is a bit weird here, because in this area, and only this area specifically, the attitude from the UNATCO troops changed towards Paul's demeanor. They keep saying stuff like, We're just keeping busy here. I don't think you're supposed to be here, mate. Or,
Yeah.
you know, agent. And they're literally now downplaying it, saying, you know, they're downplaying Paul's innocence, saying, you know, he was stealing balance sheets. Dude, messed up. I mean, obviously that's incorrect information, but they're just going along with it.
The civilian authorities will take over tomorrow. I can't imagine what the rebels thought they'd find. A 10,000 credit toilet seat?
Come on, man.
The NSF sure
Maybe.
put up a fight this time.
So they're not saying anything about Paul,
Pardon me, sir.
but they will start being funny with you.
Someone should check out the roof.
See, it's funny how he says that.
I think we found all of the data.
Well, if you're so concerned, why don't the fuck you go up there? I thought that was your job, check the place out.
Just keeping busy.
Yeah, and once you start going up higher and higher, their demeanor really changes with you.
Turns out your brother was stealing balance sheets from UNATCO's accounting department.
That's probably
Good.
their justification.
Right, whatever.
And they just look at what happens next as well. Let me show you this.
It's like Al Capone getting arrested for tax
I need a vacation.
fraud or tax evasion or whatever it was.
But what's it
Instead
for?
of, you know, being a
That's
gangster.
a dumb question.
No, really. What does UNATCO need with that kind of money?
Just look around. Think UNATCO'd be handing out assault guns if funding was left to the UN?
Well,
The uniforms. If it wasn't for Simons, we'd still be wearing those little white helmets.
yeah.
He's what they call a philanthropist.
Axe this file?
Yeah, all of it. The whole directory.
What I want to know is what he gets in return.
Don't you know what a philanthropist is?
Yeah, like Nietzsche.
No, a philanthropist. Giving to charity.
Oh,
Well, that's why I volunteered for FEMA, to help out after hurricanes and that kind of thing.
that's a lot of money to just give away.
Some people are just good, you know? Good to the bone.
You can't turn that phrase like that. That's just awful.
Oh no.
Good to the bone.
It's sort of like... Sorry, I'm chewing a really sour sweet.
It's like saying fresh to the core. It doesn't fucking work.
I know. And what's weird is that the UNATCO agents within UNATCO themselves, the troopers, were complaining about how the government people were putting the squeeze on Manderley, and you didn't actually see some of the dialogues that you got, but some of them kept saying, "Oh, those jerks from Washington think they own the place."
Yeah.
And some of the UNATCO troops say this. These guys are brushing it off as if, like, oh yeah, this guy's the best thing that happened since it. UNATCO. So you start seeing the cracks in their personality and thinking, so why all of a sudden have they changed? And
Yeah, well.
you'll see their attitude towards me now when I try and talk to them.
We're in the middle of something.
You shouldn't be in here.
We can't work with you here.
This area is restricted by order of Walton Simons.
Leave us alone.
I'm gonna have to write you up, Agent.
Leave us alone.
I'm gonna have to write you up, Agent.
See? Look how much dicks they're becoming to be now. It's like they've forgotten all about, or maybe these agents specifically don't have any part towards,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
could be just a
me
different
and
set
Paul.
different set of soldiers.
Yeah. And they're just like, nah, we don't give a shit about who you are, who you think you are. No.
Yeah. Probably never even met
So
the
this password is important because this shows us where we need to go and how to log in the information and stuff like this. Login as T Jefferson with the new password, New Revolution, and activate it immediately. So this is, I think, the communications tower area.
guy. Yeah.
Whoops.
All quiet, sir.
So, don't see what the point of having a wooden door that's 100% strength. But if it's not invulnerable, of course I'm going to use physical means to destroy it.
Well, if you huff and puff hard enough,
You're not
maybe
cleared to
it'll
be
blow
up
it
here,
down.
Agent.
Apparently I'm not.
Crime scene unit personnel only. We will
Crime
report this
scene
intrusion to Walton Simons. This floor is off limits.
Yeah, do you see how much now they're grilling you? It's like, yeah, dude, we've got strict orders from Walton Simons, and what he says goes, regardless of how it's demeaned. It's really trying to widen the gap between people who have got logical perspectives about things they don't agree with, and all just the one-size-fits-all soldiers just taking orders for no apparent reason other than just doing their job. Upgrade that. Yep. And this area we want to go into, but it was actually filled with toxic fumes or something like that. I can't remember which it was.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So we need to go into this password thing. I think the password is T. Jefferson New Evolution, but because we've got hacking tools, we can just bypass it. There we go. Oh yes, this is what we wanted. We wanted to open this little grate here, and we should go down to the basement area, which explains about Paul's reasoning of why he defected. This has apparently got the evidence as his so-called said.
Yeah, you did mention that.
We're going to do this now, because it's going to be a lot awkward going through this later on, trust me.
As long as JC knows throughout the plot, it kind of makes sense for him to know that sort of thing.
So this is the underground area with all this tripwire shit.
Yeah.
Don't really know why. And again, I don't have enough. Can I open this? Nope. Don't think it matters though. Ugh. How do I not have enough? Sorry, how do I not have the right key for this? I could swear I thought I did. I thought I did.
I'm not gonna know that one, mate.
I might know where it is, but I think I'll have to go through this way.
It's a shame we can't just backflip over it. Be all that
Waste two bloody multi-tools. I mean, that's what I'm freaking using it for, so...
Well, that's why you've got 'em.
That's why I've got them, and that's why I'm overstocked with lockpicks, because I'm too good at the game.
Nah, you've just been stingy.
That true. Stingy. Very, very true. That also. To be honest, every time I keep saying to myself, I'm pretty sure there's a better way than using lockpicks every single time, because I worry about using too much that I don't need. And then I end up having such an abundance that I don't even know what to do with them, even by the end of the game. I always fall
Set
for
up a lockpick shop. Go back to that box.
Which one?
Is there anything on top of that?
This
the
one?
The green box. No, the green one.
Oh, this one? No.
Yeah.
No. You can open these...
Looks like a place that you could hide something on.
Yep. It doesn't actually matter what you do with these laser tripwires. All it does is activates these, but it doesn't really do anything.
Whee! I think I broke something. There's the poison gas.
Shit. I need to break all of them because it will activate all of the turret systems.
It's a shame you can't pick up the debris and toss that into the way the laser.
God damn it. And I didn't even miss that. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. I'm trying to do this. I don't want to use my laws. Lambs, sorry.
Lambs.
Shut up. I know. I'm talking to myself, by the way, not you.
I know, but still.
If I press F6, will I throw this further? Yeah, kind of. At least it worked. Hopefully that's not going to continue to activate now. Oh. Did I destroy that thingamabob? I did now.
You did something, because you made the cloud bigger.
I did. Ugh, that reload speed. The funny thing
you're not
is...
in combat, so you're alright.
The funny thing is, the Geps are weaker than the laws. I actually said it right. The Geps are weaker than the laws in this game, but the laws, the rocket launchers, as you've seen, like a green sort of big massive tube launcher. You can only hold one of them, and you can't reload them. For some reason, they're the type of weapons you can't reload. Holy crap, how did these not explode? I ain't complaining, because now I can use them. EMP, gimme. Right. Now these TNTs will be useful, because I want to try... Yeah, we're not going that way. I think this was sort of blocked off by one of these large great doors, but because I blew it up, you know, whatever. Yeah, so it's put me around here now. Yeah, it's strange. The camera system doesn't spot you, or doesn't do anything yet.
I thought you'd broken them.
I don't know what I did.
Well, you was on some sort of security system.
See, that's, I think, is activated now, but that's fine, because it's destroyed this grade. This is exactly where we needed to go to find the proof. Now, I'll mention there's two ways in actually progressing through the story on this. This is the data cube that explains what Paul's reasoning is.
Yeah.
And this is the data cube on here, which is a little hidden, that contradicts Paul's story, in which you can actually state that if you find this first and not go activating the satellite, you can actually go through the story without siding with Paul or the NSF.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's an alternate
Sense.
story
That
path.
makes sense.
But the thing is, the alternate storyline doesn't do anything. You just go back to the apartment, you just say, I'm sorry Paul, but I'm not going to side with the NSF, they're just terrorists to me. And then Paul starts getting sympathetic with you, saying, oh, alright, I understand. And essentially, that's how it ends. You don't go anywhere with that. You basically... He fights... He does something else. I'm not going to tell you what happens. But then you can't progress through the story anymore, and the game actually forces you to reload your last save before this. And if you kept saving...
So it's a dead end anyway.
Yeah, it's a dead end, so the game won't actually let you progress. Well, I don't know. It's just a way to do it, I guess.
See, that would have been cool if they had
I don't know
like
if
a
that was
whole
meant to be...
plot thread.
Well, that's the thing. It might have been intentional that they wanted to push through with that, but they just probably didn't have the time to build
it's
on
an
it.
idea that didn't get followed through.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a shame. That is a shame, as Denton would say.
It was interesting.
But, you know,
what a shame.
Yeah. But it would have been cool if you could have just been like total whatever side you want.
Right.
Are you going to read that cube yet then?
Yes, I'm going to read
Paul's
this. In fact,
cube.
I'm actually going to read this first. Well, actually, no, I'll read this first.
You've got what you need to use the transmitter on the roof. Look around in that room. You should find records of the bribes Manderley has been taking. Then get to the roof, JC. I need you to send that distress signal.
Okay, so here's what he says in this message. Paul, I'm sending this message from the plane. From Juan Lebedev. UNATCO has been even more ruthless than we feared. And the reports I'm receiving now are that our people are being slaughtered in the tunnels. Which is the Battery Park tunnels. But I didn't slaughter them, technically. It's probably only a matter of time before I'm captured then executed. And I don't doubt that they'll kill everyone they can back at our headquarters, i.e. this place. If you find this, you must get a message to our... you must get a message out to our people. Align the communication dishes using the satellite dish control computer. The login is M. Collins and the password is New Revolution. Revolution. Nearby is the actual communications console. Log in using Napoleon and the same password. This confused me greatly because I couldn't remember where I found this. So essentially, you did need to come down here first before activating the thing. And a coded warning will automatically be bounced to everyone on our network. I can hear the gunshots. They've reached the plane. I'm sorry, I won't be able to thank you in person. You've done much for the people of the world. Juan Lebedev. So he sent this message right before I came into the plane, essentially.
Yeah, makes sense.
I want the accuracy mod. Yeah. This better be worth it. God damn it, I can't use it. Unless it flashes, I can't use it. It just won't do anything, so...
Makes sense.
Great. Wasted a lot of pit for that, but we have a backup. And this is what this one says. 1. I have a feeling that one way or another, my time here is short. And I think my loyalties are already being questioned. The inevitable complications from the raid are only going to raise more doubts, so I've pulled together everything I could across without raising additional suspicions. Attached you should find information linking Simons, Manderley and other high-ranking members of UNATCO through covert communications and a series of monetary payments, so bribes. If you check the records, over 10,000 credits a month is being placed into an anonymous Zurich account, routinely accessed by Manderley. The payments were slick, being dispersed through a number of shell companies and orbital banks, but they all eventually originate with companies in which Simons has a controlling interest if you follow the trail far enough back. I've also managed to document some of UNATCO's less than shining operations, including their role in the statue bombing. Most disturbing is further verification of Tracer's suspicion that UNATCO may not only be involved with the distribution of ambrosia, but also with the Grey Death in some way. I've given a copy of all the same material to Jock, with orders to deliver it to Tracer if things get as bad as I think they might. Be careful. P. Paul's message to Juan.
You see, I was wondering if there would ever be a message about that Statue of Liberty, because you know, I was thinking like the other day, what if there was like some sort of plot line that says UNATCO destroyed the statue as like a staged, like, you know, a stitch up sort of thing, you know, to pin it on somebody. They do it themselves to pin it on somebody else, and that seemed to hint that when it says UNATCO's involvement in the bombing, the Liberty statue.
Yeah.
See, they did consider that idea. I never caught that before. So yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering about it.
It feels like it was shoehorned in at this point, simply because
it does sound like that, but
they needed to have some form of verification. But I'm sure they wanted to build up on that,
I'm
rather
sure
than just
there's
putting it
lots
in
of
a
things
data
I
cube.
wanted to build up on.
Right. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back.